Well, hello and good evening. Firefly, the fourth production episode, Shindig, has aired all the way back in 2002, but here in 2026 on Live Long and Podcast, we're just getting started. Whether you're joining us live on YouTube, Twitch, or wherever you get your audio podcast, our mission to watch every episode of Firefly continues. One fancy ball, one smuggling opportunity, and one duel you really don't want to lose at a time. And now this is your Captain Tight Pants speaking, and unlike certain sword-wielding aristocrats, I promise not to challenge anyone to a duel tonight. I am your host, Dave Mader. Tonight's episode takes us from the grit of the frontier to the polished floors of high society. Inara attends a lavish formal dance with one of her clients, Atherton, only to find Mal crashing the party on business. And it leads to a big duel, and there's a bunch of fights and everything else going on here. So we're going to break it down with our panel here. You might call them the Firefly Appreciation Society, really. Like, this is... Never have some more excited Firefly people ever been assembled in the history of Firefly or podcasting.
Drag us to these episodes. It's time.
Yeah, it's time. You know, first up, he's the biggest Firefly fanboy you've ever met. They call him Mr. Firefly, even if he pretends he doesn't like it. He's in the engineer's chair tonight, questioning every tactical choice, Mal's infiltration of the ball, the duel preparations, and the crew's smuggling logistics. If there's a flaw in the plan, he's calling it out. Jody Simpson.
Hello, Dave. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm tired of this moniker that I've been given that I don't live to. But anyway.
You don't live up to it, you know.
I'm not Mr. Firefly. I don't know why. I guess because I suggested we watch it. I guess. I don't know.
So you'll forever.
I guess I'm the reason why you guys are annoyed.
Maybe I'm pleased. I haven't given you my take on the whole thing yet. Here, coming in next, the man I always know is excited. We missed him last week, but he's tuned into the moral dilemmas, the ethics of Mal defending Inara, the clash between honor and professional boundaries, and the question of what respect really means when principle collides with pride. He's got thoughts. Kevin Millard.
Well, I do love a good duel. Was this a good duel? Not really. But I do love a good duel.
Theoretically, this could have gone well. We got swords.
It's not bad. It's not a bad episode.
It's all right. Yeah. All right. Well, let's find out what the next guy thinks. Where is his intro? He's following the money, the motives, and the economics of the frontier. Badger's smuggling deal, the value of cattle shipment, and the cost of offending a wealthy client. If someone's hiding the real story, he's already found the leak. It's Adam Woodward.
Glad to be back.
Welcome, Adam.
Thank you.
He's glowing. He's radiating excitement, I think, here tonight. So get ready, everyone.
Can't wait.
I can't wait for the comment section to rip every one of you apart.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that's positive about this damn show, apparently.
Yeah. Yep. He's tracking the strategic fallout, the politics of Persephone's elite, the consequences of cross-seeding Atherton and Wing, and the shifting alliances to define life in the verse. If there's a power shifting brewing, he's already mapping the fault lines. It's Jeff Mader.
Mapping those fault lines of this great show we call Firefly.
What a show, everyone here. What a shindig, you might say, as we are talking about Firefly we're calling it season 1, episode 4, the 4th production episode. Every week on this podcast, we have to figure out what episode we're actually reviewing because it's always confusing because of the air dates and all of Fox's tomfoolery. But we consider this the 4th episode of the series that aired on November 1st, 2002. Written and directed by Jane Espenson.
So wait, we've only watched 4?
I'm sorry, no, directed by Vern Gilliam. This is the 4th, but the first episode we watched was kind of like a 2-parter / kind of thing. It was a longer thing. So I'm sorry, not directed by Jane Espenson, directed by Vern Gilliam, everyone. But Jane Espenson, who has written for some other sci-fi shows, including, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, maybe most notably, which makes sense to why she would be here, but also wrote on, Game of Thrones and Foundation, which is another, and Battlestar and Caprica. So, definitely got some a resume here. in the writing department. We got Dravens in the comments saying my favorite episode of Firefly is this one, so I had to show up live after catching up. Okay, so Shindig.
Is this as good as it gets?
Oh my gosh!
don't know.
Please.
Mr. Firefly would be the guy to ask, but I would.
Kevin said he didn't hate it, so
He didn't?
that's a win.
I'm starting to manage my expectations, though. Like,
Right.
It's all relative.
right? It's relative to
show-
the other episodes.
Show is like 25 years old too. That is also an element.
It is an element. Adam, I want to hear from you first. Was this a good installment, or was this a step backwards for you?
All right. You guys know I don't love even the Star Trek Western theme stuff. So now we have to deal with this.
The Spectre of the Gun, not your favorite episode of original series, or a fistful of datas.
Fistful of datas. Like, we can go on, but like, you know what? Last week was good. I enjoyed that episode a lot. That was I had high hopes. But every time they leave the ship and go to a planet, it just goes backwards for me. We'll talk more about it.
You want them in space, not like busting around, whether it be high society or even.
Remind me, I don't think Maul threw any punches last week, right? He didn't get into fights and.
Well, he did snap a guy's neck. If that.
Yeah, but there was no anyway. Every time he fights them, it just goes on too long. Anyway,
there's a lot of fighting in this episode. It starts with a fight. It kind of sort of ends with a fight. There's also some tension here with Badger, the guy who hires Mal to get in with. So the guy who ends up being the second, the guy who Mal is trying to do the deal with. His character's name is Sir Warwick Harrow, but the actor is Larry Drake, who I don't know if you guys have ever seen. Darkman, classic film.
No,
you never seen Darkman?
I was actually watching this guy going, I wish they'd gotten a better actor for this.
This is Durant, man. This is Durant from Darkman. He's the villain in Darkman 1 and Darkman 2. Cult classics.
There's a Darkman 2.
The return of Durant.
Yeah.
His character. He comes back. He cuts off fingers, everyone, with a cigar cutter, and he collects them in a little briefcase. Have you never seen Darkman? Oh, Darkman's so good.
I saw
but this isn't a Darkman podcast.
I didn't know there was a second one.
But I was excited to see Durant. For whatever that's worth.
You and maybe one other person.
Adam, you've seen Darkman, right?
Yeah, I've seen Darkman.
It was good, right?
Sorry, can't support that.
All right. I don't know what to say. I
think you've said enough.
I think I've said enough. Okay, well, we have Mark Shepard playing Badger. He's back. And the guy playing Atherton, his actual name is Edward Atherton, which is kind of a little on the nose. English actor, went on to do... Not that much after this. He did Charmed in Carolina. His career just stops in 2003. I don't know what the hell happened to him. So maybe this wasn't a great day on set.
That's a bold statement, man.
So Stargazer Fish saying this show is 10 times better than season 1 of TNG, and you all know it. Well,
no, that's not true. That's not a fair statement.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I think even season 1 of Next Generation, they didn't have any Western theme shows.
Well, that's a personal thing for Adam, but the Western,
it's possible that this would be better if we got to know these characters through 5 to 7 seasons and then go back and watch the first season, right? I like the first season of TNG, but only because I like those characters. So
if you're watching TNG season 1 in a vacuum, it's kind of a different story, right?
True. And I watching it when it first aired, I mean, it was hard to watch, especially as an original series fan, right? But you're going to love it, and maybe this would have become that. Who knows? But so far, not so good.
Yeah, like for me, like I don't hate this at all. It's sometimes am I entertained sometimes, like, you know, I think there could be more to it. I think I could, but I'm starting to get I got a good sense of who these characters are and how this crew works. But like, what's the overall story? Like, are they just, you know, they just beat from, you know, place to place each week, and, you know, it's episodic, and like it's, you know, got, I guess, you know, something in common with original series and even next gen in some ways like that.
I
Draven
really
saying
like
that,
them to continue on with what the fuck is going on with River.
oh yeah, well, she's peeling labels off cans, everyone. That's our development for River this week.
And making accents.
And she can kind of do an English accent. I don't know. What can
That was a great scene.
Yeah, you enjoyed that scene.
I did very much.
I found that scene mostly like, what are we doing here? What's going
Yeah,
on?
it was super awkward, and I loved it.
I have to agree with Draven here, though. I love Kaylee. I think she's probably one of the best characters on the show. But it's, you know, even I think she has better episodes than this, or at least better presence in episodes than this. But you know, it is what it is, I guess.
I kind of like Kaylee, but my thing with Kaylee is I'm like, is she always high? Because that's the only way I can really accept this character, the way she acts. She's always like, hey, there's the snack buffet. Can I go over there? Oh, look at that. You know, she's always, I don't know. She's always,
there are people in this world like this, though, Dave. Like,
yeah,
yes, you don't associate with them. I get that.
No, clearly not.
But there are, I know people just like Kaylee who are positive no matter what. Like, they could be punched in the face and they're still positive.
Is that what her thing is? She's just positive no matter what?
She's a very happy, positive person. But
it's not that part. It's more her like spaciness that I find strange. Like, in her sort of like, what's happening? And she's, I don't know, this kind of wide-eyed innocence.
I don't know. I think she always knows what's going on. She's very intelligent from what we can see.
Well, so. She was wowing the people at the party with her knowledge of like engines and things like that.
Revisions of ships. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, my opinion on Kaylee is developing, but I'm just
young equals high.
High. It's not that she's young, although I guess her and River are the two young people on the ship, right? And like, I don't know, they both kind of have that. If you told me they were both on drugs, I'd go, yeah, okay.
Even though Inari realistically in real life, she's, you know,
right.
She's only like 22 at this point or something.
Marina Baccarin is, yeah, she's maybe a year older than them, but like she
plays a much more adult character though. Yeah.
A much more mature character.
Yeah.
And yeah, in this episode, speaking of Inara, like this is a big Inara episode, really. And Inara and Mal, more specifically. Kaylee is the little sister.
Kaylee's in there too.
Kaylee's in there, but I feel like, you know, eventually, like when Kaylee is brought back to the ship and like then it becomes really an Inara and Mal, and this whole like will they won't they romance of Inara and Mal, like, because he likes her but not her job, and he doesn't approve of like
his character explains in this episode, you know, he's against her occupation, but he stands up for her rights and her, you know, her honor, even though he doesn't think that her particular profession is honorable.
Yeah, we don't have Heather with us tonight, but I wonder what her take would be. I kind of don't need to wonder. I
think we all know. But.
Yeah. You know, flying insults at Inara, you know, well, while she's trying to help him not die, you know, like train him in sword fighting.
Yeah.
He's a Catholic man, an ex-Catholic man. Is that it? Like, that's the whole thing with Mal? He was Catholic? Or are they, like, the Shepherds are I don't even know what the denomination. Anyway,
how about we just review the episode? Let's
review it. You know, let's do it, everyone. Okay, we start off in a bar where we seem to start a lot of these episodes off. You know, we got they're playing Hollow Pool, which is holographic pool. That's my or billiards. They're trying to, I guess, hustle here for some money, and we see like even the balls are, you know, the holographic glitchiness of them here. But the management is not responsible for ball failure.
It's running Windows 98.
That's a decent sign. then what else? So yeah, this guy, I don't know. This guy was like they're playing pool against. He's like pro-slavery, so they come, or he deals in slaves or something like that. So the Mal decides he doesn't like him. And this evolves there, and then there's this moment here where Mal goes to talk to Inara, who's also present for this all, and there's she's sipping on a drink, they're kind of laughing, and then he's like, yeah, I kind of stole all this money from them a second ago, and in about a moment they're gonna come,
they're gonna figure it out when they go to pay for their next drinks.
they go to pay for this
That
next
they
drink.
don't have their wallet anymore.
But we got a minute, and then she's like, oh yeah, and then he gets kind of it happens a little sooner than maybe he expected with the guy, and this fight breaks out. This is the hardest show to get screenshots for of any show we've done, because it's like handheld camera all the time. It's always shaking, and then when there's any kind of action, it's like so blurry to try to get anything here. But first world problems. So anyway, they get into the fight. People getting thrown around the bar. Like the main point here is that it's just a day in the life of Mal. He gets Inara out of the bar just for Jane to throw this guy into the mirror and break it. And that is our teaser for the episode as they're heading out. So doesn't have a lot to do with the plot other than I guess more of a Mal and Inara dynamic, establishing kind of who they are respectively again. Shaky cam, the worst invention, says Draven. There you go.
I agree.
Yeah,
it's a lazy director method.
Yeah. After the credits, we get the Serenity has arrived here at what's this planet called? Persephone.
Persephone here, yeah.
Persephone, which we got Zoe and Wash here. They're they like coming here. This is kind of almost like a home away from home. I don't know, but not a place they would put down roots, because the captain then comes into the cockpit. He's like, no, too many people hate us here or want to kill us here, so we can stay, resupply, but we're here for a good time, not a long time.
Find a job and then leave.
Yeah, get a job and get out of here, right? Get out of the system and everything else. But it's, I guess, a little chance for a little bit of shore leave too is kind of what this also coming here brings, or at least get some shopping in. And anyway, then I don't know. There's kind of a moment here with Wash again, just kind of establishing where he's flying the ship, I don't know, close to the surface, and he goes, ooh, that got a little dicey, and then he's like, I got this, so again, I do like Wash. I think he's a fun character.
I think Wash is a fun character, but I think when you're 4 episodes into a series and every single episode has to have him commenting on how he's not flying or he is flying, I think it's just
who's flying this ship?
Yeah, it's a little far. But overall, number one, Tudyk is a fantastic person, but just overall. But yeah, no, I think they really need to can that joke.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so then we have a scene here in Inara's shuttle / quarters where she's seeing all the people in Persephone who would love to go out with her for a night.
Yeah, it's like Facebook.
It's like Facebook, but this is before Facebook, everyone. This is around the time of Friendster and MySpace and things like that. But it was kind of I guess to represent these pictographs for the different emails she's getting, or video messages.
Space Tinder,
if you will. Even some ladies included in the mix, which I thought was a nice touch. Anyway, but Inara, this one kid comes on, and
this guy I know him from something, but I don't know what it is. He's definitely an actor.
Is this Murphy? Who is this guy?
Murphy.
But I don't know. He was basically the point was he's too much of a kid, and she's not. She won't be calling him back probably. But then this other guy, Atherton Wing. What a great name, eh? He's here to meet up with her. They already know each other. He's been a client.
You already know he's a douche just by his picture.
Yeah, he's not.
You're that guy's a douche.
But he wants to hire her for the night, and bring her to this ball, which is going to be the main setting for the episode. So then Mal comes in after this conversation. Was this during the conversation or maybe right after?
No, he knocks and she hangs up.
She hangs
Yeah,
up.
she's
So it's
like,
just
"I
his
gotta
picture
go."
on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She's going to the ball, and they do this like little sparring thing constantly. Mal and Inara, like figuring each other out. Him trying to, I don't know, be the Han Solo to her Princess Leia sometimes.
But he's pretty rude and pretty brash, with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm finding it more annoying than anything else.
Charming.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's meant to be charming.
I don't know.
It's
And
meant
then
to show you that he's not exactly the greatest dude. He's not the hero.
the other thing I thought was interesting for me was just how like they've arrived at this port here in Persephone. So he's like, the ship time is now matching the port time, which is, what cruise ships do and like things like that who travel around the world. But I never really seen that done in a science fiction show before. I thought it was kind of an interesting touch. We don't say like the Enterprise has arrived at so-and-so planet and now we are on, we have to go through this massive time change.
No, because in Star Trek, everybody runs on Federation time.
I guess so. Maybe there's a Federation Standard Time.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we head down to Persephone. We got Kaylee and Zoe and Wash and Jane and Mal working their way through town. They're looking at what they call the pretties, like the models in the windows of the different outfits here. This is clearly
live models too.
Like Redline Patricia.
This is clearly the Paramount backlot, right? Like,
I'd imagine, yeah, probably.
where we saw. I think they used this set in the Orville.
They used it in Friends, I think.
Friends, and anytime they need a city street in Los Angeles or somewhere else. And then where else did we go here? Yeah, but Kaylee's admiring the dresses and things like that. In particular, this one pink dress in the window that she likes.
But she doesn't get a lot of chance to be girly, right? So
I guess so.
It makes sense, right?
Well, we've only known her for 4 episodes. We don't know what she's gotten a chance to do, really. But I would imagine that's not her
Based
normal.
on what we know, she's the mechanic, and
she's the mechanic. So
She
she's
is a
normally
space pirate, right?
Yeah, and a space pirate. Anyway, so she's admiring it, but Mal makes a comment that is kind of disparaging. That he doesn't. Not very complimentary.
He said she'd look like a sheep on its hind legs.
Well, okay, there you go. Good that you have a good memory there. Which pisses off.
Yeah, she's like, and it's time for me to leave.
I'm not talking to you anymore. And even Zoe gives him quite the look and some shit for the whole thing. Apparently, the young kid was on True Blood. That was Steve Newland. Oh,
Steve Newland.
Okay. He was like the main. He was like the big bad for like season 2 or 3, maybe, or not even the big bad. He was like the second.
Never watched it, but
True Blood. Oh, it was.
I know it
was
for something else.
It was good until it wasn't. Like it got.
Well, that's what every series is like.
Yeah, like by the time we got to like season 6, so it was like this is not great anymore.
Except for Discovery, that was garbage from the beginning.
Well, that's
got to get that one in there.
Yeah, gotta get your licks in, Jody.
Gotta get my Discovery hatred.
It's no Firefly.
It's no Firefly, Mr. Firefly.
I would rather watch this than fucking Discovery any day.
I'm with you on that.
No one calls you Mr. Discovery.
You can call me Mr. Discovery. I like that show.
Yeah, here's Mr. Discovery. Jane clueless to the whole thing here with Kaylee. What else? Okay, so they kind of go off, and then it's just Mal and Jane, and they get somebody comes up from behind Mal and points a gun at him. And who is it? It's Mark Shepard. Everyone is his character Badger.
Can I just make a point here? The costume director had to be working overtime. Like they're like, okay, you're going to be filming on a back lot in Los Angeles. You have to make this look like the distant future, but also, it's a different planet, but also it's Western themed. But for some reason, everyone's dressed like it's 1968. It's kind of confusing, like just like how they look.
This is how they dress in the 2500s, Jeff.
On a different planet.
On this planet.
But it's just like I honestly feel like it looks almost like Austin Powers. like the way everyone is dressed. And
Oh, I don't
like,
know if
you know,
I'd go that far, but okay.
it's pretty close.
I'm not sure about that. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right, that's I had to
Yeah.
get it in. I'm sorry.
Badger the gangster is here, and he takes him and Jane into his little lair. Now, remember, we met him in like the unaired pilot, so for like the broadcast audience, this is the first time they're meeting Badger. And you know, he's serving his fancy tea to Jane, which apparently has booze in it, so that's good. But basically, like, what is Badger who wants to basically get in with this client, but the client won't answer his calls, so he wants to kind of send, because he's, you know, disreputable guy, so he wants to send Mal and his crew to try to make this deal, which we'll find out by the end of the episode is moving cattle from one planet to another.
Yeah, we don't find that out till the very end.
Yeah. Spoilers. Anyway, so a little bit of banter negotiation here between Mal and Badger. And I don't know, Jane's mostly just drinking tea and eating food throughout the scene. But Mal agrees to take this job because he's got what's going on. And then we head over to the ball itself, starting off here from more of Inara's perspective. Everyone arriving at the ball as it gets announced formally.
Yeah, this totally reminded me of the later season in one of the later seasons in The Office.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's an episode where Dwight is announcing everybody, and Jim keeps fucking with him, and he keeps coming in and out, so he has to re-announce them over and over again. Yes,
well, and yeah, there you go. And then here in the ball, like to Jeff's point, the fashion of this future in Firefly it's fun, I guess, and interesting in some ways, because it's like this fusion of Old West, but also like Asian, like more specifically Chinese in a lot of cases.
And this episode, late 1700s.
Late 1700s. Yeah, it's hard you wouldn't really necessarily know. Anyway, but then and they even have like a little gun detector as they go through like the security screening here. Can't bring your gun into.
It's like a force field too. It's kind of
a little force field. Yeah. I had to turn it over. Look at that hat. Have you ever seen a more stylish hat on a man? I don't know.
I have not.
So coming along
that's
here.
Number one.
That's number one.
The first one I've ever seen.
And then Inara shows up with her date Atherton. You know, they're into the ball here. They got the dancing going on.
This is definitely an episode made for Heather, though.
Yeah, it's too bad she's not here.
Too bad she
for this one.
Couldn't come to this one.
But you know, the show goes on. Anyway, so Inara is like, she's waving and she's getting in with all the guests. Like, I know you. You look great. And maybe not this guy, but Inara's you know, she's got connections here on.
Yeah,
Persephone.
she knows some of these people for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's more I guess flirting here with Atherton and Inara, and Atherton's doing a lot to try to, you know, endear himself to her. What else? They go for dancing here. Is this where he's like, why don't you come like live with me full time, or come be my permanent companion? And we kind of pull away from that at that moment. Then we go back to Firefly, Serenity, and you got Kaylee doing something in the engine room, and Mal shows up and needs her for a job, and she's not talking to him right now, but you know, basically he's gonna get her the dress so that she can come in. I guess the theme was the ball was cleavage.
Indeed. That's one I can stand by.
Not responsible for ball management. And then we head back to the ball itself. You got more here of Inara and Atherton, and you know, they're like, you know, he's like, you didn't say yes to my proposal. She's like, I didn't say no. Maybe it's something to do. But just then, there's a big, like, Inara's attention is taken away. Who's at the door? Who's arriving right now? And it is Mal and Kaylee
with the most ridiculous out of place dress.
Well, yeah, she'll get some mean girls here in a minute at the party, but you know, did you buy that dress? Come on, no slaves even made it for you?
No one puts Kaylee in the corner.
No one puts Kaylee in a corner, but she's having a ball, literally. She's coming out here in the big dress. I wish Heather was here to comment on it. I think she did say she liked it from the thumbnail we looked at last week. It's not my personal style, but hey, like that's.
Oh, you could pull that off.
I could pull that off. I know I could, but I won't.
Well, she described it as the Barbie. Remember that Barbie thing that you dropped into the skirt?
Right.
Yeah.
Not only is this there's dancing and food here, but guys, there's a CGI chandelier that they show us twice.
It's floating.
It's floating and it's spinning and it's doing all kinds of things.
One chandelier to rule them all.
That's right. So they're coming along here. Check out that. And Kaylee's mostly amazed. Like I'm always like, she's on acid, I think. Maybe shrooms. I don't know. But she's always like, ooh.
Oh, this would be acid. It wouldn't be
Maybe
MDA or anything. No.
Anyway, so she wants to check out because Mal wants to find the guy to get the job done, and Kaylee mostly just wants to check out the party, more specifically the big bowl of strawberries.
Yeah, she's got this thing about strawberries.
Yeah, it's like her thing.
Rightfully so, though. I love good strawberry.
Well, who doesn't?
I don't know.
I'm sure there are people
that are allergic to it.
Psychopaths, perhaps, but like everyone else likes strawberries.
Worldmind says, guys, it's autism.
What's autism? Is Kaylee autistic?
Kaylee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe she is. All right. Well, anyway, so Mal, I guess she's mostly here to be Mal's date for the party. That's like the main reason she's here.
Jim the Casual says, yeah, there's probably a sign that says not responsible for chandelier
failure. Then we go back to Serenity, and the crew that are at the ball are, so you got Shepard, you got the doctor, you got Jane, and they're all playing. Oh, and you got River off in the corner being weird, as River does.
That's pretty much what her entire character is for the first half of the show.
Yeah, so they're playing a card game basically for the different chores and duties they would have on the ship, like washing dishes and doing laundry or whatever is involved on the ship. So that's the currency that they are betting in.
They call this game called Tall Card.
Oh, Tall Card, of course.
Yes, and that's the plum.
Is that a real game? This is not like something they made up for the show.
Oh. I think they made it up. Yeah. But who knows? There's a lot of games out there, Dave.
River then she starts peeling the labels off some of these cans very frantically. I don't know what the cans did to her, but she doesn't like it. And it's autism, guys. Everything. That's gonna be just my answer for everything. And then it kind of catches eventually Simon's eye, and this is my expression. I was more like Jane here. I was like, here she goes again.
Crazy girl's at it again.
River doing something weird. And Shepard's like, it's okay. She peeled off these cans. I guess we'll have some mystery meals when we open up this can, and we'll just have to add it to whatever we're making for dinner that night, I guess. That's how it goes. Anyway, that's the end of that scene. Meanwhile, Wash and Zoe are banging in their quarters. They're not, she doesn't like labels. Says Jim the Cat. Whatever. Okay, sure. And yeah, I don't know. They just, what else is there to say here about Zoe and Wash in bed?
They had a good time.
They were having a good time. Yeah. They were sweaty. They were, I don't know, whatever. They're playful. They have a good thing going, I guess. And then we come back to Kaylee eating the strawberries at the buffet. Very into it. She's like, I don't know, she tries to talk to this guy and he just like walks away from her. So autism. And then we come over to the mean girl posse, who are like, oh my god, did you even like buy that dress? That's what that looks like. You didn't, it doesn't even look like it was like custom made for you. Whatever. And they also said that the party's lame, it's unoriginal and not cool. And then this other guy comes over and kind of rescues her by insulting these Mean Girls.
Which, by the way, Mean Girls came out 2 years after this episode aired.
I know. So, like, who ripped off who here? You know,
Yeah.
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey was probably watching this.
Yeah. So she's like, "Oh, Firefly did it first." Dang. But we never really get this guy's story, like what his deal is, why he goes out of his way
He
to help.
just can't abide stupid people or useless
Can't abide
people.
stupid people.
Useless people. That's it.
Upon further review, I'm now in agreement on the autism idea. Are we just saying that Kaylee's autistic, or all these characters are autistic? Like
Just Kaylee.
Just Kaylee. Okay.
And maybe
River.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's a maybe, but anyway.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so Kaylee has made a friend with the. I guess anyone with these sashes must be like a lord. That's what we find out from.
High
Right.
Lord Countess of something another.
Yeah. The Duke of whatever. Then Mal's working his way around the party. He sees the guy he wants to deal with, Sir Warwick Durant from Darkman, is already mentioned. Who says, "I'm a lord, man." Like that's what this sash means. And Mal has to make this pitch to him, like, "I want to do business with you, and I was sent by Badger, and Badger sucks," and they both agree on that. But then River's the one who's high all the time. I
think if between the two of them, yeah, it probably makes more sense that River would be the one that's high.
But Mal's distracted by the whole Inara and Atherton of it all. Then we find out that Sir Warwick and Atherton, like they're from Persephone High Society here, and they know each other, but they don't like each other. Or at least Warwick doesn't like Atherton, right? And then so Mal decides to cut in and ask Inara for a dance, which makes Atherton very jealous and possessive, because this is his date. He paid fair and square, etc. But you can't deny the dance. And then they're looking on here, and there's this whole conversation here between Mal and Inara. But he's like, what do you see in that guy, and why are you working here in the party? And she says, "I'm thinking about like taking up his offer to be a permanent companion and live here on the planet."
This scene needed more Bowie.
More Bowie.
Some golden years.
I thought it could have been a little bit, like, in terms of the dancing of it all and everything else, it was kind of whatever for me. Like, it just wasn't not a lot of spectacle, really. But the point of the story is, Atherton getting all jealous and pissed off. We then cut away to the other part of the party here, which is Haley just making friends all around here with the guys, talking about all the engines, the various engines and specs and things like that, and impressing her with her inside baseball knowledge of the engine room. Then back to Atherton. He then tries to not just cut in on the dance between her and Mal. And our Mal
oh my God! I just realized who he was. Okay, never mind.
Who?
The Larry Drake.
Oh yeah, like, well, he's in other stuff. Like,
yeah, he was in the horror movie Dr. Giggles. They were just saying.
Yeah, he is
Oh my
Dr.
God.
Giggles. He is Dr. Giggles.
I totally missed that. Yeah.
Anyway, so Atherton like insults Inara's honor, and then so Mal punches him, which apparently on Persephone is the universal symbol for challenging someone to a duel.
Well, they don't slap people in the face with gloves. They slap them with hands.
You punch somebody in a party like that, then you were asking for it. A sword fighting duel.
It's time for a duel.
And at first Mal thinks it's just going to be a normal, like, either fist fight or gun fight, which
he's totally fine with that. He's like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
I can take this guy.
I can take this guy. But once it's a sword fight, he's like, oh shit, I don't want to do that.
I don't buy that this guy has ever held a sword before.
The other guy?
Yeah, I just don't buy it. Look at him. I just don't buy that he's an expert swordsman.
I could buy that he spends a stupid amount of money on lessons for like fencing and stuff.
Yeah, I think he probably does. I just think he still sucks at it.
Well, maybe. Well, it's all comparative, right? Like, he's done it his whole life compared to this other guy, Mal, who has never done it. Anyway, and then Sir Warwick here. Dr. Giggles, Durant, whatever you want to call him. He's like, "Oh, okay, I'll be your second in the duel because he just really wants to come to watch the duel, I think, and he wants to see if somehow Mal will win it because he doesn't like the other guy, Atherton." So he's explaining the whole rules. He's like, "Yeah, and so you don't run. We're gonna give you like an amazing hotel room here, so that you know in the morning you can be killed promptly."
So he's like the Tachich or whatever.
Yeah, he's like the consigliere almost, you know. But you know, Mal having or not Mal.
Kaylee really does stand out at that party.
Yeah. At what point Mal calls her Kaylee's dress a layer cake? Like, you know what, like that layer cake she's wearing, and Inara says it's cute. It does kind of look like a cake. Anyway, all the rules, the fight, and then you know, there's more of this tension here with Atherton and Inara, who's it's almost like she's torn between these two men. What's she to do? And then I don't know, Kaylee, always fun, always got a liner, like she's like, the party was really fun until all the punching started. Blah blah blah. Back on Serenity, Jane was working out. He heard something outside the ship. Remember, Jane's in charge of security, and he's really good at it. And he's like...
If you think Worf is good at security, yeah.
If you thought Worf was the best security chief ever, look at Jane. Jane lets Badger in, and Badger's got his whole crew. And basically, as Badger knows that... I guess he knows somehow that... Mal's in this duel, and if it goes wrong, I don't really know what his angle is here, but he basically takes the whole crew of Serenity hostage. The people.
Well,
who
he wants the contract because he's the middleman, right?
Right. So he's got his crew here. They get the drop on them, and they take them all hostage. And Jane.
I don't know how having the drop on them with a shotgun from that height would be really that effective, but. Okay.
It's mostly because they already have Kaylee as a hostage somehow. They've captured her already. So he's like, hey. Then we go back to Inara and Mal, who are at the hotel. This is later on in the evening after they've gone to their rooms. And
these guys are nice though. They put them up for the night. They're like, yeah, we'll get you a hotel room.
Yeah, you get the best room in the suite, man. Everything here. But I guess our other piece of future tech we see here is that Inara, instead of like it being like a key card to get into the room, you walk up with like a doorknob, and the doorknob turns into this like glowing thing that will open
I think
the
it's
door.
supposed to be like a biometrics or something.
Meanwhile, inside of the room, Mal is trying to practice his sword work, but he's hitting pillars and everything else.
He's basically garbage at it.
He sucks at it.
Yeah.
But we also find out that Inara is trained in swordplay. Like she has learned this like through her upbringing.
Well, she's a full service technician.
Isn't she ever? I guess knows how to you wield a blade.
She's
so
trained
she's
in
like,
multiple methods,
multiple techniques. Yes,
and techniques.
And so then she's going to teach Mal as much as she can about sword fighting in crash course here, so that he doesn't die. And we come back to that. Back on Serenity, like they start like maybe we can like get a distraction going, and we can like take out Badger's guards, and we can get out of here. But
I do like it that when an episode says, "Okay, we're going to make this elaborate plan, we're going to deal with all this," and then they never get to do it.
Yeah. It was kind of it was an interesting choice because like, okay, well, we'll get the distraction going, and we'll do this, and we'll do this, and you think it's going to play out, but then it doesn't. It's a completely useless storyline, other than I guess to get River doing her Cockney accent, which will come up here in a moment because,
which in my opinion is one of the highlights of this episode.
I suppose so.
It's pretty sad though. That's the highlight.
Oh, shut up, Mr. Negative.
Don't, Mr. Firefly will tell you off, man.
Yeah. Take it easy,
I'm so tired of your negative behavior.
And so I guess
What happened, Jody? It's like a movie Friday between us.
We'll switch bodies again.
Badger gets a glimpse here of River, and River then I don't know. She just jumps into her Cockney accent, talking to Badger like he's from, I guess, like they're from the same place, which is not England. I guess it's something else. And I don't know. I would give the accent a 2 out of 10. How about you guys?
Yeah,
You know.
I don't know. I don't really care.
It's almost as good as my Cockney accent.
Almost as good.
No,
Well,
I
I
don't
would
know
give
about
yours a
that.
much higher rating.
I don't know about that.
But I guess this does enough to. I don't really know what the point of it was. It was just kind of a nothing scene for me, but something to laugh at. I guess something for Kaylee and like Jane here to go. That was weird, huh? All right, moving
Well,
on.
they must say that at least once a day when it comes to River.
In this episode, it's twice, so we always got to get River being weird twice an episode. Then we go back to Inara, and Mal are teaching him the sword, and she's able to like get him out of the way because he's like, she's like, you try to like just chop everything, you try to power everything, and it's all about speed. You got to be fast with the sword because it doesn't take much.
Well, she goes, if you use your wrist, it's faster than if you use your shoulder because your shoulder takes longer to do it. So,
right. Yeah, and she's like, it doesn't take much for one of these things to cut right through you, right? Like,
yeah, it only takes a pound of pressure to pierce skin.
Right.
Which I also think is impressive that she knows that.
She knows many things. Anyway, and this flirt man's romance is more bubbling up here with Mal and Inara, but then Mal ruins the whole thing by insulting her and calling her a whore and all this kind of stuff. And
yeah, we did kind of gloss over that line.
Yeah,
that there is exactly the kind of diversion that we could have used.
Yeah,
I love that line.
And she's like, you say you want to stand up for my honor, but then you insult me. And he's like, it's just the profession I'm insulting, not you. I don't know. I don't know. Like he feels guilty about it, and I don't know. It's
all that hate the sin, love the sinner bullshit.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of what it's again. His Catholic upbringing. Everyone, he can't handle it. Anyway, so she like leaves, and then we fast forward right to the next morning. It's like the duel, like right after this, and we're coming up. It's
we're in the dueling woods.
The dueling woods, as you do here, and you got Drake here, Mr. Warwick, given the deeds thing, and then he moves over here with Inara. He's like, "This should be fun to watch how fast your friend dies." Against Atherton, who's like the best swordsman. The fight gets going here, and basically Atherton's kind of playing with him, and Mal's, he thinks he's doing okay, which they both Inara. And...
I like that little banter between the two of them, though. She's like, and the worst thing is he thinks he's doing good.
He thinks he's doing good. Yeah. Very picturesque here, but eventually Atherton kind of turns it up, and he starts like slowly cutting into Mal here and there. Mal rushes at him, and he manages to really get him good here on the side with a behind the back sword maneuver. That's a fancy move. And then it's looking like this is not going to go Mal's way. The fight continues. More wounds, bit by bit. He's getting taken down, and eventually Mal is taken down to the ground. His sword gets broken off here by Atherton's foot, who snaps it off, and he has Mal right pinned down. He's got to stab him right through the heart and finish off the deal.
I do like the move of grabbing the broken blade though and throwing it at him.
Yeah, which was coming up here in a second. Yeah, because first. When Inara says, "Oh, I will be your forever companion if you spare his life, please," like she's pleading for him, and in this moment of hesitation, Mal takes advantage. He grabs the broken blade of his own sword after he punches,
impales him with it, and then
impales him with it, and
with
everything, just gets him right down. Once it turns into kind of a fist fight, basically, right, and less of just a sword fight. I guess more of a fist fight with swords would be more.
I see you played knifey spoony before.
Exactly, and gets him right down. What will you do here? Oh, if you
can we go back one? Go back one.
Huh?
Look at the guy in the back there. He's really enjoying himself.
He's like, "This is great."
I'm gonna cllose my eyes. I'm not even gonna watch
because for Mal to
he's
spare
envisioning a better duel.
A better duel
makes sense.
Like, jeez, I don't know. I guess he couldn't have a better duel because Mal's meant to suck at it, but like,
No.
I watched a lot of Highlander back in the day, and they had some great sword fights on that show.
I
Just
could not
dust
stop
in
thinking
the
about Highland.
wind.
Yeah, well, Sir Warwick Harrow, could you put that
Oh,
back up
sorry.
for a second? He goes, "You have to finish it, lad. You have to finish it. For a man to lay beaten and yet breathing, it makes him a coward." That's so. I don't know. Some
So Dr.
Not-
Giggles would have been a better Worf. That's what I've learned.
That doesn't make you a coward. It's like the opposite of a coward.
Yeah.
You fought and you lost. That's not a coward.
if his life is spared, I think is more what they're
Again, not a coward.
saying. I know it doesn't really make sense, but you know, this is Persephone logic, I guess, in their traditions around sword fights.
But then Mal says mercy's the mark of a great man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he proceeds to stab him. twice
Stab
more.
him. He's like, "Well, a good man,"
Yeah,
and then he does it again, and he's like,
"Well,
"Well, a
I'm
pretty
all right.
good guy. I'm an okay
all
guy."
right.
An all right man. Yeah.
Yeah, so I enjoyed that. And you know, Atherton lays stabbed, beaten, going here. Then Drake, or I keep calling him Drake. That's the actor's name, but
Dr. Giggles.
Sir Warwick giggles. And he's like,
Warwick Giggles.
he's like, "You suck, man." Now I forgot to mention that Atherton is banned by all companions. He's on the blacklist, and he will never get a date unless it's through his natural charm. Or
So,
his,
but wouldn't they have the same problem that they have on Yelp, where it's like one person can drag down the ratings? So what if like one prostitute just didn't have a good time? You know, does she get to blacklist everybody now?
maybe. Well, there's like a union here, right? So it's kind of
Well,
like
yeah.
being banned
As
from
one should have,
It's like getting banned from a restaurant, right?
I guess. Yeah.
Anyway, or a chain of restaurants.
What are you
anyway,
gonna
so-
eat now?
I don't know. Anyway, so then you got the final scene here, I guess, with Sir Warwick and
Never
Mal.
noticed
He's
that.
like,
That cane is huge.
that was impressive. I enjoyed. This was like the best thing I could have done all morning, watching you two almost kill each other. So I will now hire you for the job. I will give you the work that Badger wanted me to get, out of you. We'll get that in a second. Meanwhile, Mal is pretty cut up, so he has to be brought back to the ship. And just as like back on Serenity, as
They're
Jane,
about to
Zoe,
start their elaborate plan.
they're about to start their whole elaborate thing, their big jailbreak, and how they're gonna get away from the guards and everything else. Then it's when Mal and Inara come back, and they're like, "Okay, we're back." And the Badger leaves. He's happy with the deal has been made, and get off his ship, and all these things. So. The whole fight thing's over. The doctor patches up. There's a bit of a time jump, and we get the final scene here. Oh no, actually, I forgot this. There's the scene with Kaylee here, where she's coming out of the engine room, goes down to her room, which has got a nice little sign on it. Down some steps and into her bunk, which she now we see she has the dress in her bunk that she can kind of look up and admire it while she eats snacks. So that's nice. And then this is the final thing with Inara and Mal, where they're having some wine, in the cargo bay,
in mugs, because that's the best way to do wine.
As you do. More flirtiness here with these two, and she wasn't really going to stay with Atherton anyway, and then we realized that they're got a whole bunch of cattle here in the cargo bay, and that's what they're transporting for Sir whatever his name is, Warwick. And that is the end of the episode. Dub. All right, and that's it, guys. That's the episode in stills. I've done my part. Now it's up to you, Adam.
Okay.
Fun facts with Adam. Probably not that sexy.
Let's go. Okay, so when Kaylee calls Mal Captain Tight Pants at the party, this was an inside joke referring to an incident that occurred while shooting the original pilot, Serenity. During the scene when Kaylee gets shot, Mel bends over to help her in the back, or help her back. Nathan Fillion's pants split, hence the name.
Captain Tight Pants. Classic.
Yep. Okay, sorry, let me come back to those. The part of the reoccurring character, Badger, was originally written to be played by creator and executive producer Joss Whedon himself. but Mark Shepard was cast as for the part instead, which I'm happy with.
Fox was like, "You're not an actor, and you're not much of a composer either." So
all you got is writing.
Yeah. When Mal and Kaylee enter the ballroom, Kaylee points out the chandelier. When the camera pans up to it, it's a huge gold ring with Elvish script can be seen at the center. It is the one ring from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I thought you said Elvis, not Elvish.
Elvish.
Okay, Elvis.
So,
this is
one
Elvis's
chandelier to
ring.
rule them all.
Yeah.
There you go.
But like Lord of the Rings came out what year? Like 2003?
No.
Yeah.
2000.
Okay, but there was a bunch of books before that, Dave.
The first one came out.
What?
1999. The first one.
Yeah,
Fellowship of the
1999.
Ring was 2001, so it's the year.
But the
before this.
movies were like 30, 40 years after the books came out, guys. Minimum.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Is that canon?
One
Is
of the
that
guys
canon?
in the chat said it tonight, but Kaylee's full name is announced at the ball, and it's Kay Winnett Lee Fry.
Okay, win it.
She's a fry.
Yep.
Futurama.
Okay, as the
Also available on Fox.
right as the crew begin to wander through the streets of Persephone, a ship with an oval front section is followed by two square sections. Lands in the background. The ship is a Starlight intruder from the Star Wars graphic novel, Dark Empire.
Leave the rings out of it. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't talk about the rings.
The covered bridge seen in the background during the duel is the same bridge as seen early on in Emissary.
Oh, okay. Like from
Oh, like bridge that like him and Jake are fishing on in the holodeck.
I guess so.
Okay, in the opener. So that's it. Must be the same park.
Cisco, a better father than Worf. Just so we can all make sure.
Gosh, this is a good fun fact. The dance that Mal and Inara do at about 23 minutes into the show is the same dance that was spoofed in Top Secret, starring Val Kilmer.
Oh, okay. That makes more
Top
sense.
secret. So that was like Hot Shots, but with secret agents.
Yeah, 1984. Really,
Yeah, it was
early
Val
on.
Kilmer. It was actually pretty good.
I think I'm too young for
Stupid, but pretty good.
And episode 7 is supposed to be officially be Janestown, according to the official Firefly box set released. Shindig is officially episode 4 after Bushwhack, but it was actually 6. It's
This
confusing.
show.
To find the fun facts, I had to figure that out. And Edward Atherton, who plays Atherton Wing, is a party to a very similar sword deal in Sharp's honor, where he played Captain Peter Delambord. Sharp is initially outclassed by his opponent's skill before resorting to a most unconventional way to fight and won, as Mal did in this episode.
There you go. Well, do you have any more facts for us, Adam?
Maybe some goofs here.
All right, goof it up.
Yeah. When Badger shows up with his armed men, a couple looking at the shop window in the background turns around to see men and hurries away. The camera cuts away back to Badger, and the same couple are there again, repeating the same actions.
They're like, "Oh my god!" Oh wait, that's not the guy we thought it was.
Yeah.
And they came back.
Yeah, let's leave it there.
Can I just say I had a fun moment when it was, the character Shepard and the actor Mark Shepard on screen together, and they look at each other kind of weird. I thought that was kind of fun. And that's the reaction I thought I would get. Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you, Adam. Appreciate the sexy fun facts. And with that said, let's get to our scores for the episode. Although we will give Kevin and Jeff a chance to update their scores from last episode if they've watched that episode, which was Bushwhacked. If not,
I think I probably watched that episode, I imagine.
it's the one where they find the
Yeah,
ship,
yeah.
it's all empty, and
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. So
Okay. Do you have a score for it?
I'll give that a 7.5. I actually enjoyed that.
All right. It did not affect our average rating at all because our average was already 7.5. So
Awesome.
Kevin's kept it exactly there. Okay, now let's rate this episode. Jeff, you're up first.
oh, pressure. It's like 6.5, maybe. I think that's being generous.
He's a generous 6.5.
Yeah.
We don't have Narduzzi here. Kevin, you're up again.
I do think you're being generous. I give this a 5.5.
5.5 from Kevin. He loved it. I thought it was okay. I didn't like it as much as the last episode, but I didn't hate it. I'd give it I go 7. Adam?
1.
4.5.
4.5 from Adam.
4.5. God,
Jody,
I've made
Not
a
a passing
monster.
score.
I've made a monster. All right. And for me, I'm going to. I agree with whoever said that it wasn't as good as last week's. Last week's was more fun. There was some good dialogue in this episode, so I'm going to give it a. I'm going to do a 7 as well.
7 from Jody. And we also got a 7 from World Mind, which is for Chris. That's like 10
That's pretty high.
Plus. So
Yeah.
So we're averaging a 6.3 for this episode. The IMDb rating for this episode is 8.3. So
Really?
really.
And on
People
that day,
love-
Adam's heart grew 3 sizes.
No, it did not. You know what?
I love this show.
They need to stay in space. Like, this is like, just get away from the planets.
Get into space, everyone, and get out of there.
Like, let's find more about these grievers, and that's
The
interesting.
Reavers,
The
not the
Reavers.
Grievers.
Whatever.
Yeah, but it's okay. They could grieve as well for their
And
people to eat.
also, what the fuck is going on with River? Like, she's the Aleda of this show. Why is she there?
Yeah.
Why is she there? Yeah.
Makes sense later.
And everyone in the
Yeah,
comments is like,
exactly.
"Don't worry about River. She's the best." And I'm like, "I'll take your word
Talk
for
about
it."
River.
I've
Talk
seen
about-
all these episodes, and River is not the best character on this show.
Okay. Well, she sometimes does an accent when there's a thing. So looking ahead to our next podcast, which we're considering episode 5, it's called Safe. And for this one, here's my little. The episode sees Malcolm forced to choose between his crew members to save one when one is gravely wounded and the other 2 are kidnapped. Simon finds an uneasy haven in a remote village, but River's uncanny perceptions jeopardize the Tam's temporary safety. And the episode is the television debut of the actor Zac Efron, who appears in a flashback as a young Simon. So get everyone. We got Zac Efron coming our way.
We are grievers. Hey, Jen,
I'm
You are
not.
all the grievers here.
I'll tell you something. Like, I can already tell it's going to be a terrible episode because they're on a planet.
I was just gonna say, Adam, sorry, that looks like they're on a planet.
Yeah.
That would mean more if it didn't come from somebody that likes Discovery.
Maybe there will be a labor dispute.
Maybe there will be a labor dispute. Those are Adam's favorite, really.
I don't mind. You know what? Fine.
This is a good point. Not sure why people who hate westerns would agree to watch
I
a
don't
space
know either.
western.
Personally, I
Good
don't hate
question.
Western.
I didn't know.
I believe he's probably referring to Adam more than anybody.
Yeah, that's fine. And I didn't. I came in blind. I didn't know.
It was the
anything about
2020s.
this
He
stuff.
didn't know. Okay, like it was.
I did no research. Nothing. Jody said it was going to be good. I listened to
Mr.
Jody.
Firefly. We took his word for it.
Mr. Firefly letting us down again.
So-
Oh, it takes place on the planet where they drop off the cows. Well, that may make it good.
that might make it good. Maybe some of it will be in space, but every Firefly episode is. I was like, is it a bottle episode where they're just going to be on the spaceship set?
Yeah, and then he
Great.
bitches about that. And then he bitches about them being on a planet.
I did not bitch. I like.
I
What was
can't
my
believe
score
how
last week?
negative you are,
Jody,
man.
my score was a good 7.
Such
That's a solid
positive
number.
guy, and you're
Mr.
so
Discovery.
negative.
So
You know what? Okay, we'll talk about Discovery another night. But this is
another time.
Can't bring up Discovery at a time like this.
Yeah. Also, we'll be on Thursday night here on Live Long and Podcast with our Star Trek: The Next Generation episode reviews. We are doing Data's Day on Thursday, season 4, episode 11. Check
Oh,
that out.
This is such a cringy episode.
That's not too bad, I think. But
I like Data's Day. It's good.
Yeah, not a fan.
it's no Firefly.
But I think it's
But-
mostly because of the girl. I don't like the
So-
girl in it.
Is that the one with his girlfriend Jenna?
No, this is the one where like that Romulan comes aboard when she's posing as the Vulcan, and then she ends up on the.
Oh, okay. I got the wrong episode then.
Oh,
This is not what I
okay.
thought it
And
was.
yes, and
I thought this is the one where he's dating the girl.
No, that's a different one.
No.
Okay.
Forget the name of that one, but yeah, that's not. We haven't done that one yet. Bring your dancing shoes. All right. I think there are like 3 episodes where they only spaced.
Okay, you know what? I might give it a go. I'm going in with an open mind. They're dropping off the cows. They've got
Dropping off the cows.
You haven't
everyone.
had an open mind about this series since it started. What the hell are you talking about?
Zac Efron is coming. Okay.
You know what,
Yeah.
Jody?
The Zac attack, buddy.
This is they're going in. They're completing the mission that we just started. So we've got a little bit of a curve here. We got to finish that. So I'm open. Let's do it.
You just want a space Jesus. That's all you want. I get it.
Yeah.
Red Angel or whatever
we will be, I guess, this month or July. We're about to start. We'll also feature Strange New Worlds here on the channel. We will talk about Star Trek: Strange New Worlds.
Yes.
Just give cows a chance. Also, looking ahead to Canada Day. I hope everyone has a happy Canada Day. In the United States,
It's like the 4th of July, but better.
But better and less American. So it's
well, that's the better part.
yeah. And
Sorry,
it comes
Americans.
first. It's first before the 4th. We were already giving Shaggy the whole.
Oh yes. He just
The
made a
grind
very
about
interesting comment. Yes.
It's like
What?
She's in
He's
this. She's in the series. Yep.
Okay, I'm on board now. Let's go.
Oh, I see. I see where your logic lies.
Anyway, okay. Well, thanks everyone for being with us. We'll see you next time here on the channel. And everyone have a great night and live long and podcast.
All right, never mind.
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And take a peek into the darkness with Heard Noise, Must Investigate with Michael Chan. Watch us duke it out on trivial debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mater Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.